Hey guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. Before we dive into the news, little in-house plug for you. All of you guys, stop what you're doing. Go now and check out the teaser trailer for our all-new character bios coming back this Sunday on Patreon first and then the next day on YouTube. That is going to be the format. It's going to come out a day early for all of our patrons. And I'm very excited to return to these videos. We got a slick new style for you that the teaser trailer shows off a little bit. I'm very proud of that. You guys, please go enjoy. Come back, tell me what you thought. But now, let's get down to business. And in our top story today, let's talk about the potential for a Man of Steel sequel. Though Batman v Superman's box office numbers aren't fading fast, both Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill remain very optimistic and very positive about the opportunity to make a true sequel to their 2013 Superman film. They both spoke to IGN about the chances, and, they both kind of acknowledged that if it's going to happen, it is definitely in the very early stages. So, let's take a look at Snyder's quote first. I think if we can get a good script, it would be great to get a standalone Superman movie. I think that would be fun to do. Part of the reason we didn't announce a standalone superhero movie is to support some of the event of Batman v Superman. Cavill was even more optimistic and excited about the possibility of making another one, but he did kind of admit that it probably depends on the success of Batman v Superman. So, let's take a look at his quote. I do believe it depends on the success of this movie. If this goes well, then we can start to negotiate with Warner Brothers for a standalone Superman movie. But they've got their plans set out for other stuff and Justice Leagues and various other movies, so it's about finding the time, really. It's something that I would be very keen to do. And believe it or not, it's something that I would be very keen to see, Henry, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feel the same way. So, first comment question of the day, let me know below what you'd like to see from a Man of Steel sequel. And in our next story of the day, let's talk about Batman v Superman's less than super second weekend box office numbers. The film has unfortunately taken a very, very steep dive in its second week in theaters, falling a worse than expected 69% to $51 million on the weekend. And that's good enough for the fourth worst drop in cinema history for a movie that opened over $100 million. That's actually a steeper drop than last year's Fan4stick, which dropped 68%, but while faring much, much worse with critics and audiences, and deservedly so. Internationally, though, the film keeps chugging along with another $85 million weekend that now brings the film's global total to $680 million. And despite the lukewarm reviews, that number means that to date the film has outgrossed Iron Man, Iron Man 2, the first Captain America movie, and Man of Steel, among many others. So this is another place where I'm going to turn it over to you guys for your guys' opinion on this. Will it still hit $1 billion, or will it even hit that much talked about $800 million mark that so many people feel like it needs to hit to be considered a financial success? Personally, I think it's barely going to scrape out $800 million, but I want to know your thoughts, so let me know down below. And in our last story of the day, a follow-up to our lead story yesterday, potential titles for the MCU Spider-Man reboot. Yesterday, we reported that Sony had nabbed the URL SpiderMan seemingly the title for either their upcoming animated feature or the MCU film in 2017. Well, maybe Sony's just covering their tracks, or maybe they're exploring other options, but according to Ain't It Cool News, Sony has now registered 3 new URLs. Those would be SpiderManComingOfAgeMovie.com, SpiderManGreatnessAwaitsMovie.com, and SpiderManSuspendedMovie.com. Now, none of these sound extremely spectacular either, but personally, I kind of like the idea of suspended, as it gives me this vibe that it'll be a movie that takes place entirely in Peter Parker's 3-day suspension from school. But as always, let me know your thoughts. So that wraps it up for another Hybrid News Now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that freaking like if you liked what you saw. Subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon, please. Signing out, this is CJ, and I'll catch you tomorrow.